All right. Hold on. Give me, pardon me, folks.
No, you said to be ready, so I'm being ready.
Listen, child. I was waiting for you to come up and just like put your nose like right on the side of my face and be like, "Is it my turn now?"
You said to be ready. I follow instructions very well, Mr. Bungo.
That's right, good boy.
Do I get a biscuit now or something?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Jason now. Next up, Nicholas Bosty, you're on deck. Jason, always good seeing you, man.
Good to
always
see you.
Good seeing you. There you go.
Okay, first of all. I don't think I've ever won anything ever, so I just wanted to take that moment.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
My name is Jason. Pleased to meet you. Although I'm not really meeting you. Pleased to see you. Well, I can't really see you that well. Pleased to be in your presence. Well, in a couple weeks, Valentine's Day will be over, and we will be through with the high-stress holiday portion of the holiday season. Think about it. You have Thanksgiving when you have to worry about your family, Christmas when you have to worry about gifts, New Year's when you have to worry about yourself, and then Valentine's Day when you have to worry about the people that you love, or pretend to love. So then what's after that, like deer season, or? Wait a minute.
St. Patrick's Day.
Deer season. Is deer season over?
Yeah.
Sort of.
Okay. I'm not a hunter. No, Jason, a towering example of testosterone like you're not a hunter? Shut up, sarcasm doesn't become you. But no, my father, brother, nephew, they all went hunting. Me, I'm a nerd. You have to give me a reason to go do something like that. You hunt for food. Food? There's food in the stores. I know, I've seen it. Well, you want to prove you're superior to the animals. How many deer get hit by cars? I mean, I've been walking down the side of a road on crunchy gravel, as opposed to chewy gravel. But I've been walking down the side of the road, not making any attempt to be stealthy, and there's a deer 5 feet away from me staring like, wonder what his deal is. I don't need to outsmart that. So that leaves the only reason for me to be a hunter for sport. And really, that seems kind of cruel, because deer already have a hard time. I picture them this time of year going like, it is cold. I've put on 20 pounds of fur, another 40 pounds of fat just to try and get me through this winter. I got stuff growing out of my head giving me a migraine like you can't believe, and now people are shooting at me. It just seems cruel. So if I go hunting, it has to be for sport, and it has to be non-lethal, which is why I would go hunting with a paintball gun. I mean, think about it. The reason why you want to go hunting for sport is to prove that you did what you say you did. How many people have heard a hunter say, I tell you, I had that deer dead in my sights. Crosshairs right over its beady little eyes. Just as I squeezed the trigger, it like flinched one way, like half an inch. It was all. And I know I got it. I followed the trail for 25 miles, but eventually it just outsmarted me. Sure you did, Bill. My method? That doesn't happen. I shot that deer. Yeah, whatever you say, Jason. Fine, don't believe me. A little bit later, another guy comes in. It was the darndest thing. I was up in my tree stand and I saw a deer coming by, had like 8, 9 blotches of lime green paint on the side. I'd just be over in the corner. Yep. 7:40 a.m. Tuesday, near Old Man Henderson's farm. Just like I told you. By the way, I wasn't actually drinking anything then. That's the magic of my storytelling. But Jason, won't trophy hunters dislike what you do? Oh yes, they'd be absolutely furious. That's why I would only ever go hunting in a clown costume. Because a lot of animals are colorblind. It doesn't matter to them if I'm dressed like a tree. But it protects me from my fellow hunters. Tell you why, because they can't ever go up in front of a judge like, "No, Your Honor, I thought he was a deer." "The hell do you say? He was dressed in a multicolored wig and a bright yellow jumpsuit. You're going to jail." So, from thoughts that would get me shot in the woods to some thoughts that will get me in that nice padded room that they have set aside for me. In Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, if the evil queen was so concerned about Snow White being prettier, then why didn't the queen just go up and, like, I don't know, punch her a couple times in the face? That'd be a lot simpler solution, don't you think? You don't have to mess around with poisons or spells or anything. A couple haymakers to the noggin, and all of a sudden she's not that pretty anymore. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. What kind of medical community do they have in that town that a horse is your first option? I mean, granted, it's the king's horses, so they've had more training than usual, but still. I like popcorn because it's the only food that has to explode before you eat it. Can you imagine if that was the case with other foods like steak? Just be driving down a farm, see a couple cows, hear moo, moo, kaboom. Tell me Moo Moo Kaboom wouldn't be a great name for a kid's TV series. Feel free to use it, I don't have any plans. My parents want me to be more sociable, so I've joined a cult. Judging by their reaction, there's just no pleasing them. For any women who have dealt with me in real life, I apologize. I didn't mean to be creepy, it just comes to me naturally. That was poorly worded. I don't want to be creepy, I don't intend to be creepy, I'm just very, very awkward. I think it must be difficult for doctors who do organ transplants to be romantic. Saying stuff like, "I only have eyes for you," or "I want to give you my heart," has a whole nother meaning for those people. I've decided to try and be healthier, so I said, I'm going to start lifting weights. So I got a barbell, put a bunch of weights on it, went to lift it, said, "Oh, no, that's too much." So I took some weights off and went again, and still not. Long story short, I ended up lifting an empty barbell and got winded doing that. But it's a start. I bought an air fryer, but I fill it up with helium. That way I can eat whatever I want and not gain weight. Gotta think things through, people. I keep that up, eventually I will have 4-pack abs. I'm short, that's 6 is not an option. I no longer trust weather people because in addition to being wrong so much of the time, they're not consistent. Anytime that they're talking about a really hot day, they'll say it's 110, but you know what? It's a dry heat. You never hear that in wintertime, yeah, it's 24 degrees below, but it's a dry cold. No, that never happens. Also, no matter how many times I've watched them pull up the weather radar, never once have I seen a plane. They're lying to us. I figured one time that I would write a joke about having a phobia, about having phobias. That's a real thing. It's actually called phobophobia. I don't understand this world anymore. What else am I missing? See, I started with all the stuff I was planning on saying, and then on Wednesday, me and my genius self, while I'm on a way to Du Bois to have a doctor's appointment, I said, you know what, I could start doing the hunting stuff instead. I'm sure that won't cause a problem. But I'm cheating. I'm cheating. Yeah, if I can't remember the stuff, by God, I will have a cheat sheet. Oh yeah, something that just came to me. Oh, this is so pathetic, I don't care. If someone has a spouse that dies, the immediate reaction, the correct reaction is always offer sympathy. But if someone's getting divorced, now you need to ask questions. Because in every divorce, there's a divorcer and a divorcee. And you need to know what side that person's on. I'm getting divorced. Hey man, good for you. How can you say that? All right, and before I screw anything else up, I'm just going to bid you all a farewell. Good night. Why?
There you go, Jason Allen, everybody. Jason, always fantastic.